Okay, so good evening, guys. Today we are going to learn about Git and GitHub. Okay, so you know what is Git and you know what is GitHub, right? So Git is nothing but Git is all about version control, and GitHub is what? GitHub where we are going to store the data, right? So these two terms you need to understand. These two terms you need to keep in your mind, right? So we have a two terms like Git, GitHub. So what is GitHub? Stores the different files. Number of files we can store in one GitHub account, right? And that files is going to be stored inside the repository. That repository is folder. Simple. What is GitHub? GitHub is a server. Inside GitHub, we are having the folder. That folder is repository. Inside repository, we are having different file like file one, file two, like that different files we are having, guys. Right? So this is all about GitHub. Now Git. Simple. This repository is having one file. Okay, every files are having different versions, so GitHub is going to check about the version, whatever version is going to be suitable to the file where, when we are going to store the data, right? To storing the data also we require certain version. If the file is new, so that new file is going to be suitable the previous version or not. Okay, so like that we need to manage the version also. So this is what two terms. Now guys, Git is having two names. It is a, we can call it as source code management, SCM, source code management, which is which means which is going to manage the code. Yes, I mean like so many different developers are working in one project. Okay, and they are uploading the file into their repository. Got it? So now whatever the code they are doing, uploading, so something update is happening, right? That updation is going to be managed by Git. That updation is going to be committed by Git. So this thing you need to understand, guys. Right? Now it is also the known as distributed version control. So what is distributed version control? So to learn about distributed version control, we need to understand about first this version control, centralized version control. Okay. So what is centralized version control and what is distributed version control? So just a minute, it is not getting copy paste. So just a minute. This is CVCS, centralized version control system. So what is happening in this centralized version control system? This centralized version control system is having one server. In that server, what is happening? We are having different developer which is working on their own working, right? And centralized developer is there, right? Developer two, who is the center. So every developers are working on their own terms, their own task, right? And whatever the terms they are having, they are just committing to the server. Commit means they are saving. What is update? Server is giving you update. Update is what? Any changes is there or not, right? These two terms you need to understand. Real time scenario, guys. If one notice board in the college, everyone reads from it, everyone update the same board. Got it? So everyone are going to read the same thing and everyone is going to be update the same, which is stored in the board. Got it? And what is happening here, guys? If your server, this server is crashed, the server is having what? All the file. Different developers are there. Developer one, two, three, right? So different files, one, two, three. Every files are there. File one is for developer one, file two is for developer two, file three is for developer three. These all files are we are storing in the central server, right? So what is happening if the server is cached? So that file is going to be lost by the developer, right? Got it? They don't have any copy. They have only one main copy that is stored in server, and that also crashed, right? Which make very slow. So we need to just depends on server only, guys. So based on depends on server, your system is going to be get slow or fast. Okay. So this is all about CVCS. Now we will go with the next one, DVCS. So what is DVCS? Distributed version control system. In CVCS, we don't have any another option, right? Here we are having another method. So what is that? Developer one. This is developer one. What is it? Developer one is having their own local repository, and also it is having working directory, staging area. These three terms are there. So what is this staging area? Local repository. Local repository is nothing but it is the folder with a Git tracking. Okay, that is going to be stored in your own laptop. Suppose this is your my laptop, this is your project, and this is your .git. Inside .git, you are having the all file detail inside the project, right? Inside the git, you are having different files which is stored. That is local repository and working directory where you are going to be update or edit the file. Okay, and remote repository is what? This is remote repository, guys. What is remote repository? Remote repository example is GitHub only, right? Simple example, you can upload code so other can access it. So coming to local repository, whatever you are storing, other person can't get the access, right? They can't get the access. But coming to remote repository, they can get the access whatever you are updating. Suppose developer one is updating something, or I can say commit something. So the developer two or developer three are get the access, guys. Any update is there or not. So they will get the access, right? So this is all about these terms. Now the next thing, you know that local repository keep, which is keeping your data as a backup, right? In the form of .git hidden file. Now we have a two method, push, pull. So what is push? Whatever the file is there, we are pushing it into the central server, and whatever the file this person is having, the person is also pushing it into the central server. This developer is also pushing it into the server. Now whatever the developer two pushed, developer one can pull that information in their own system, right? In the local repository. So they can get the update from the another developer. Okay. It is like a giving taking process. Very simple, guys. Very simple to understand this term. Uh, where is developer one? Developer one. The developer one push something. Developer two also push something into the remote repository. Whatever the developer two pushed into the remote repository, the same information can pull by the developer one. Whatever developer one push it into the remote repository, same information can pull by the developer two. So it is like a pushing pulling method. Suppose now if your server is crashed, this one, so developer are having another copy in their local repository, right? So they can take the data from there. Okay. Now, simple difference between the local repository and remote repository. So the first thing is going to be come as like this one we are going to talk about on laptop. This one we are going to talk about on GitHub. Okay. This one we are talking about private copy. This one we are talking about shared copy, right? Shared copy is nothing but number of developers are working on one project, so they can share their own information, right? It is fast. It is required internet. Yes, it requires internet. It, here we can change. Here we can change, or only we can change. Here we can change, or team also can change the information. So this is the difference between local repository and remote repository. What if both local and remote repository is going to be crashed? What will going to be happen? Laptop is going to crash. GitHub repository is going to be deleted. If these are the only copy, data is going to be lost, guys. So suppose both everything is going to crash, so your data is going to be get crashed. Yes, yes or no? Got it. So now any options are there? Very simple options. Developer are exist. Like we are having three developer. One is Pratik, Rahul, Sai. Pratik system is crashed. Suppose here only Pratik system is crashed with the server. Local repository and remote repository, two terms are there. If this is crash and this one is crash, we are having another coder like Rahul and another one is Sai. So they both are having the information, right? Rahul can recreate the repository. Yet, yes or no? So this is what you need to understand. So in one line, CVCS is nothing but it is a one central server stores the code. DVCS is nothing but every developer has a complete copy of the code, so data is safer and collaboration is easier. So Git is the most powerful DVCS. Okay. So now we will talk about more two terms like branches. So we are having topic like branches. So what is branches? Branch. So we are having two branch, main and master. So what is main branch? Main branch is what? Main branch is your new branch, which is current one. Master is your older one, right? So most companies are following the main branch, not the master. Let's understand this topic with a real time example. Suppose there is a book. There is a book. It is a final version of a book which is stored in main, right? If you create a copy to make change, this is a final book which is in the form of final version of your main branch. If you create any copy to make change, what we need to do? Inside main branch, I did small edit on features, login, feature payment. This two term I was working on it, right? To make change. I did certain change on my current book, right? So after testing what is happening, this two new information, login and payment is also going to comes under main branch. Yes, main branch is the final approval of your code. That's it. Now guys, we will understand how we are going to create the file in VS Code and how we are going to upload any code into the GitHub account, right? So let's go with that practical one. Those who know about how to upload, that is fine for them. Those who don't know, let's understand how to do it, right? So let's go with your GitHub account. You need to create a GitHub account. Once you create a GitHub account, you need to get the plus symbol. Here you are going to create a new repository, new folder, right? Here we are going with the new folder. Suppose my folder name is mine. Description, if you want to write any descriptions, you can mention. And description is all about your project related descriptions, right? So HTML file, I'm writing that's it, HTML file, public and private. If you're keeping this thing as a public, anyone can get the access to view the project. But coming to the private, you choose who can see and commit to this repository. Means here other person can see when you give the access to them. That's it. That is a private. Private means not like that you are not giving the permission. We are giving the permission, but the person only for them those who are assigned by us. That's it. Okay. The README file is nothing but just we need to okay this README file and we need to write about the information about the project, whatever we created. So we don't want to own it. Just go with the create repository. After creating the repository, here guys, what we will do, we will going to we are going to upload a one existing file. Okay. So let's go with VS Code. So here I want to upload the file, right? So just I need to open one random folder, open folder. I want to create the new folder. Here I will going to create a new folder. So here you can see new folder, my code. So just open this code, select folder, save all. Just open this code and here I will going to write a file name index.html index.html. Here what I will do, just go with the notepad. In my notepad I just copy the sample code. So just I will going to paste it here, HTML code. Done. This is style, right? Just click on it. You automatically it will going to create the style file. Just go with the style command, sorry, style code. Just copy paste this also. I done with this. HTML is ready, style is ready. Now the last one is JavaScript. Now if you want to go with script, just go with here, create a script file, just upload this. Let's see what is going to be give you the output. Now getting the output, you need to install the live server. So here is the extension. Go with extension, just click on, just write, search live server. Just enter, you will get the live server. We need to install it, right? Once you're done with the install, here you will get the option go live. Just click on go live. Automatically it will going to open the browser. Here you can see the website, right? Now I want to save this website, guys. I want to upload this website on my system. So now come back to this. Now what I will do, where is that? Upload an existing file. Okay, choose your file. Just go with that folder, my code. Just upload all this file. And now you can see your file is automatically uploaded. Once it was uploaded, what we are doing, we are just going with a commit change. Commit change is what we are saving it, right? Here you can go with add review file. Here you can write any content. Okay. So just go with this A, B, C, D, for example, commit change. So commit change is there, right? Done with commit change. Okay. So now readme file is there. Everything is there, right? Now I will understand, guys. Good. Now let's come back to the HTML file. Now go with the terminal. Here you can do Linux command also, guys. mkdir new folder. Sorry, mkdir. It was creating the file. Yes. Check. Mine is there, right? cd mine. So now you are in mine, right? ls. It is going to be display you what are the files you are having. Okay, guys. Again I created another one, mines. In the name of mine I created another, see, right? KDIR Pratik. So inside Pratik I created nothing. So CD Pratik. Now I wasn't Pratik. LS Lexi. Now CD come back. Now go with LS. Now we can visible how many folders are there, right? The two folders are there. So this thing we can do using the command, guys. It is very easy. Very easy, right? So I hope you understand, right? Let's connect to the next class. Bye guys.